welcome to the Blindfold Chess Podcast. With a birthday less than a week ago, this week we are looking at Spanish-Swedish star Anna Cramling. Anna has a very strong chess background. Her father is a Grandmaster, Juan Manuel Bellon Lopez, the 5-time Spanish chess champion and 11-time Spanish Olympiad player. Her mother is Pia Cramling, the 5th woman to ever have earned her Grandmaster title, the #1 woman player in the world in 1984, and she has 9 gold medals between the European Club Cup and the Women's Chess Olympiad. Anna started playing chess at the age of 3 and regularly accompanied her parents to tournaments due to them not having a babysitter. In an interview with Chessbase, her mother commented, quote, "Sometimes at Olympiads or similar tournaments, we could find someone to help us and you could see an arbiter carrying Anna around. When she was already a bit older, she'd sit on my legs while I played, or next to me sleeping in the trolley. She was a very quiet and calm child, and very easy to take with us, so she was almost all the time traveling with her father and me to tournaments." End quote. Anna earned her first FIDE rating of 1519 at the age of 10. 2 years later, she gained 300 points over 4 tournaments in 2 months. At the age of 14, she broke the 2000 rating barrier. She also participated in her first Olympiad for Sweden. By doing so, she became the youngest female to ever participate in the Olympiad for Sweden, beating the previous record holder set by her mother. Her mom also played in the 2016 team on board 1, earning a bronze medal, and Anna's father was the team captain. The team finished 23rd out of 140. 2018 was a busy year for Anna. She peaked with her rating of 2175, earning her Women's FIDE Master title. She participated in the Under-20 World Junior Championships, finishing 58th out of 98. She also participated in the Under-16 World Youth Championships, finishing 59th out of 90. During the pandemic, Anna backed off of playing in tournaments and instead focused on her streaming career. She commentated with her mother on the 2020 Women's World Championships. She signed with Panda Esports, becoming the first chess streamer and first Swedish chess player to sign with an esports organization. In 2023 and 2024, she was nominated for the Streamer Awards, and presently she has more than 360,000 Twitch followers, over 890,000 subscribers on YouTube, and almost 400,000 followers on Instagram. Anna has done a wonderful job promoting chess and bringing more women into the chess community. This week, we are going to the ExtraCon Open from 2019. Anna Cramling versus Lindgaard. Now, if we're ready, let's begin.
1. Pawn to d4. Knight c6. 2. Knight f3. Pawn to d6. 3. Pawn to e4. Pawn to g6. 4. Pawn to d5. Knight b8. 5. Pawn to c4.
Black has allowed white to gain more space by playing pawn d4 to d5 and driving the knight back to its home square on b8. What does black gain by allowing this to happen? By having white play pawn d4 to d5, white has opened up the a1 to h8 diagonal for black's dark square bishop to go from f8 to g7. as well as soften up the dark squares of c5 and e5.
Bishop g7. 6. Knight c3. Knight f6. 7. Bishop e2. Knight b to d7. 8. Bishop e3. Pawn to c5. 9. Pawn d captures c6. Pawn b captures c6. 10. Castle kingside. Castle kingside. 11. Pawn to h3. Queen c7. 12. Rook c1.
There are a couple of ideas behind rook to c1 for white. What are they? In a couple of lines, white has some discovery ideas by playing knight to b5 or knight to d5 with the queen on c7, as well as to get the white rook off of the a1 to h8 diagonal and protect the knight on c3 in case white wants to move the b pawn in the near future.
Queen b8. 13. Queen c2. Pawn to e5. 14. Rook f to d1. Rook d8. 15. Pawn to c5.
At first glance, playing pawn to c5 appears to be a pawn sacrifice for white, but what is white's idea here? By playing pawn to c5, white is severely weakening black's control of the center, so if black were to capture, then the c5 pawn is weak and the e5 pawn is weak. If black pushes past, then the d5 pawn becomes weak, and if black ignores it, then the d6 pawn is weak.
Knight f8. 16. Knight captures e5. Bishop b7. 17. Pawn c captures d6. Rook captures d6. 18. Rook captures d6. Queen captures d6.
The white knight on e5 is currently under attack by the black queen on d6. If you were white, where would you put the knight?
(19) Knight captures f7. King captures f7. Queen b3 check. Knight e6. Queen captures b7 check. Knight c7. Knight b5. Black resigns.
Why did Black resign in this position? By playing knight to b5, White has a fork of the knight on c7 and the queen on d6. The pawn on c6 is pinned by the rook on c1, and once the knight on c7 disappears, the rook on a8 will hang. I wish Anna all the best for her streaming career and her chess career, and I hope she can continue to influence a ton of people into the chess sphere. So that is all that we have for this week. Tune in next time where we'll continue to work on our blindfold skills and look at another game of the Masters.